Welcome back. In this lecture, we are going to add in safety and optimization features to make sure that nothing can happen to your website, and if something does, there will be backups, and optimization features to make sure that it works as quickly as possible. And we'll talk more about that when we get to that optimization part. To get started, we are going to be at the back end of our website, and we're going to move down to plugins and go to installed plugins. Now, you should also have Jetpack in your plugins section, it being deactivated. If you don't see Jetpack here, just go to add new plugin, search for Jetpack, and then install and activate it. Now, Jetpack is one of those plugins that has a multitude of features inside of it, and it is created by the founders of WordPress themselves. So you can be assured that this is some pretty good stuff. So we're gonna activate it. And then we're gonna click down here where it says My Jetpack. So the first thing we're going to do is scroll down and find Boost in order to improve the loading speed of our website. Now, it currently says that our speed is just absolutely amazing, but that is not going to be fully true. What it's measuring now is the speed of a website that isn't live. So if someone tries to go into smartflowbottle.com, all they're going to see is this page that a WordPress website is coming soon. And we are just about to go live, but we have a couple of more steps first. So currently when it's speed testing our website, it's just speed testing this part, and that is just going to be super fast. So what we're going to do is we're going to go down and click on Boost Your Site. We're going to use only free stuff, so click on Start for Free. So once again, we don't really have to care about this speed testing score right now, but know that we can go into Boost and actually speed test our website when we have released it live, and we have it at the back end of our own website. There are a couple of things we want to activate. The first thing being the Optimize Critical CSS loading. Now, what this does is that it brings all the most important features to load first, meaning that when someone enters our website, we want the hero section to be the very first thing to load so that they can start interacting with the website as quickly as possible. Normally, when a website loads, it tries to load the entire website at once, and that's a mistake because then it just takes longer for the website to load. And studies show that if your website takes 3 seconds or longer to load, the bounce rate just skyrockets. People leave. We're seeing more than 80% drop in some studies, but those studies really varies. The main point is you don't want your loading speed to be longer than 3 seconds, and we want to do everything we can to bring that loading speed down. And optimizing the critical CSS is one of them. And don't worry about this failing to generate because again, our website isn't live yet, so it's not going to work properly, but we want to prepare them by activating them now already. Scrolling down, we also want to use Defer Non-Essential JavaScript. What this does is that when people come to our website, it tries to load the JavaScript first. And the JavaScript is the function of our website. So when an animation appears or when someone tries to click on a button and it leads to a different page, all of those things are JavaScripts. When you defer the JavaScripts, that means that you allow the JavaScript to load in the background rather than being the first thing to load, so that the hero image and everything on the hero section can load right away. Just another way of improving the speed of our website. And then we definitely want to activate the image CDN. What the CDN is Content Display Network. And that means that if someone were to enter our website from, let's say, Vietnam, and we have servers that are close to Vietnam, our website is going to load through that Vietnamese server, meaning that the signal doesn't have to travel very long, drastically improving the website loading speed for those people in Vietnam. Rather than having the server in, say, we're in Cyprus right now, having to travel all the way from Vietnam to Cyprus to load, that is going to be a big blow to the website loading speed. So by using the image CDN, that means that you get to use the content network all over the world. So when someone from India visits our website, there will be a server in India. Someone from the US, there will be servers in the US. This is huge, and I strongly recommend that you use it. And when I'm talking about loading, I'm talking about the content that is loading. I'm talking about the scripts, the images, literally everything on your website loads from these servers. Great, and with all this done, we're going to move over to the left and go into settings. And now we're going to want to activate the firewall. So what a firewall does is that it monitors everyone that tries to access your website. So if there is some suspicious attempts to logging into your website, they can block those people out and make sure that they don't have any access. Or if they see that there are tons of bots trying to spam your website, the firewall can block all of those bots. It's one of those great security measures that you really want to make sure that you do have on your website. And scrolling down, you also want to make sure that brute force protection is on, and it says prevent bots and hackers from attempting to log into your website with common username and password combinations. So that means that if someone is trying to log into your website and using this very common combination, they will simply be blocked out. So if they were to use thousands and thousands of attempts to try to log in, eventually using programs, they would succeed. But this brute force protection is just going to block them out right away, making you a lot safer. The next thing we want to do is make sure that people who are commenting on your website and writing reviews can do so without spamming your website. And there is an amazing plugin for that. We're going to go down to plugins and click on add new plugin. And then we're going to write anti-spam B. And this is it. While Jetpack does have an anti-spam plugin, you're not allowed to use it for commercial purposes for free. So that's why we don't use it. However, this one is completely free. So we're going to install it and then activate. We're going to find it and then click on settings. And the only thing we want to change here is where it says delete spam after. We're going to activate it and set it to 30 days. So we want to make sure that our website doesn't get overburdened with a ton of spam that just adds up over time and slows down our website. And then click on save changes. Now, what makes this plugin so unique and so good is that there's no reCAPTCHA. You know, when you go into a website and they want you to verify that you're humans, you have to click and try to piece together a bicycle or solve a puzzle or write in a combination of words and letters and it's all blurry. It's not user-friendly whatsoever, and it pisses a lot of people off. However, with the anti-spam B, all of that happens back end. So it uses different filters to verify if it's a human or a bot. So there's no reCAPTCHA. There's nothing to bother them, and there's no information sent to third-party servers, meaning it's completely GDPR friendly. We don't use their information to verify that they're human. So there's one more thing that we want to add in to make our site completely legal and functional, and that is a cookie notice. When people come to our website, we will be saving their information. Especially when we install Google Analytics, we will be grabbing all of their information and using it for their purposes. We want to know what they're doing on our website, where they're coming from, what they like, what they don't like. We want to know everything. And in order to save all of that information legally, we need to have a cookie notice that pops up and says, hey, are you okay with us saving your information? And if they decline it, or in the future come to us and say, I want you to delete all of my information. Legally, we need to have all of that stuff in one place so we have full access to it. Otherwise, you're looking at some really big fines. This is making things GDPR friendly. So we're going to move over to plugins, add new plugin, and then search for cookie yes. And there it is, cookie yes. Click on install now and then click on activate. Then we're going to go down and click on settings. And then we need to go in and connect to the web app. Now, without connecting it to the web app, you won't save down all of the information in one place properly. And without saving down their information in one place, you won't have access to it and be able to delete it. So in order for this to function as it is, we need to connect to the web app. So let's click there. Of course, we're going to use free forever and then click on connect for free. And then I'm going to sign up, click on I accept the terms and sign up and connect. And now we're connected and everything will work by itself out of the box. We can give it a good test by moving up, right click on visit site and open link in new tab. So now when we enter our site, there should be a cookie notice popping up and it's just down here. We value your privacy. We use cookies to enhance your browsing experience, serve personalized ads or content, and analyze our traffic. By clicking accept all, you consent to our use of cookies. We need to have this by law. So this isn't because it looks nice and professional, it's just we really, really need to have it. So when I click on accept all here, notice that there's going to be a little consent preference icon floating around here. I don't like that at all. So I'm gonna go ahead and make sure that it's not there once they've clicked accept or decline. So to do that, we're gonna head back at the back end and go to web app. Then we're gonna go to cookie banner up here, move down to where it says content. And then where it says revisit consent button, we're going to click on it, and the floating button, not gonna float on our website. I'm gonna turn it off, publish changes, and there we go. So now when we head back to our website and we just update it, we should see this icon disappear. And it disappears because we already accepted. Amazing. Now we're so close to going live with our website so we can continue building out our strategy. But before we go live, we need to do a checkout test to make sure that our store and everything is properly working and is ready to bring in traffic and make sales. So I'll see you in the next lecture and we'll do some testing.